Hey, hello, it's me, Terrilynn. How you doing? Let's talk a little bit about what I've seen with Italian women. Okay, a lot of people know I was raised with a mother born in Italy, so I had a mother who spoke broken English. She was very intelligent. My mother, even though she spoke broken English, is a hairdresser and was a clothes model years ago, and she would pass her United States of America beauty license, with prayer. It was amazing. She also drew chalices and pictures of Jesus, the Last Supper. I believe some of the Camden churches had some of her paintings. She was very big with the Italian communities. Many of the Italian women, Frankie Avalon's mother and Mrs. DeAngelis, Pensacola Mart owners, stuff like that, Italian village owners, um, so many people would come and she would do their hair or they would be friends with her. My house had many Italian women there. Italian families who owned Cadillac companies, jewelry stores, bakeries, amazing. They would get their hair done. My Sunday school teacher would even get her hair done, things like that. But Mrs. DeAngelis, for instance, she had a mother who babysat me a lot, and she would crochet little baskets and put them in sugar water and make them hard and fill them with candy. And she was very quiet. Let's talk about that group of people that babysat me, and then as I got older, I babysat them when families had to go to weddings and stuff, and the seniors were getting older. And the Fumo family I babysat for, and things like that. The women wore black dresses or brown, old-fashioned granny Italian boots, and they usually had prayer veils on that were white lace, long ones. They were more covered up than the Amish women. Black or brown dresses and prayer veils. Me personally, I like it. I remember one time going up to see Mrs. DeAngelis, the grandmother, up in the bedroom in Cinnaminson. She was in a rocking chair with her rosary beads, with her prayer veil on, all covered up, modestly apparel, praying. She didn't talk a lot. She would pat me on the head a lot. I really loved that group of Italian women. Holy, God-fearing. They didn't speak too much. They were mentors to me. They would teach me how to make manicotti, lasagna, different dishes. My mother too. My mother, for years before she got sick, she was very quiet. My mother, very quiet, very beautiful. Stampus man, Vince Filippelli could tell you. My mother was, I gotta say, a true knockout. Gorgeous, long hair, this and that. She was a model. One time, her and my dad went to a show in Atlantic City, and Elvis Presley singled them out and gave them scarves and stuff. But see, I was never really into all that. I would always talk about Jesus since I was a child. My parents knew I was spirit-filled. They were very protective of me. But I needed to watch because, there was warfare with that. But I also knew I was meant to be married and not a nun. Jesus revealed that to me about 15, 16 years old. I was meant to be married. But I used to love, and I still love and admire, the old-fashioned Italian women, Italian-American women. Mrs. DeAngelis, I loved her dressing, her wardrobe. Long black and brown or white dresses. I mean, they looked like the old-fashioned, with the old-fashioned, thick yarn, thick material, and the long lace doilies on her head, the prayer veil all covered up with leather boots and thick stockings. She looked like a saint. I wanted to dress like that every day. I still do. I still do. I'd like to see the Italian people that want to get involved to help me do a wardrobe. I think we could open up stores. Maybe we can get one in South Philly or something in New York. Really pretty, you know what I mean? And the men liked it. The men. And I remember the Italian men, their husbands or their sons. Some of their sons were so good looking. They look like movie stars, but they like old-fashioned girls. And I suffered because everybody wasn't dressing that way, I would get full of the Holy Spirit. Anyway, we have some work to do. But remember those Italian women. Okay?